Okay, team. Okay. So we are back. Another traders recap. This one's actually going to go out as a little freebie. This one ain't going to be located for only the members, members of the Discord, and the course and so on. This one's going to go out for free on YouTube. Thought, why not? Let's give one out for the whole YouTube squaddy. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, this was GU yesterday, Great British Pound US dollar yesterday, and we got in and out pretty quickly. We actually made a nice profit overall yesterday. Let me quickly check. What was it? It was something like fucking last week. 1 second, what's going on there? Not today, because that was it. It was yesterday. Custom, that's what I am looking for. 27th yesterday. I think it was 27th yesterday. 5.5k. We made 5.5k yesterday on this trade. So it was a really good day. So we were actually up for the week. I actually only just got back from Dubai on Monday. So yesterday was my first trading day of the week. So we made 5k for the week, and it is now obviously Thursday, so we're just going to see how we get on. But we're going to take it. We're going to fucking take it. But overall, let's jump straight into this. Great British Pound US dollar. It's a bit shit, but not. It is very trendy. It's very trendy. But we are at highs based on monthly, weekly trend. We are overall expecting price to come down. I mean, I'm expecting at least a 50% of this range, weekly range, to be targeted on the weekly, but that's the weekly, so we've got to wait for that. We have broke, actually, let's go to the daily. We have broke this structure to the downside, so we have broke structures to the downside. We could come up, take more liquidity here. We've got this range here, basically, from here to here, that we could potentially mess about in. But this is our high at the minute that we do have to keep an eye on. So yeah, we're keeping an eye on that, and we have actually swept that high overall, as I've got this range marked as well, from this high to this low, and we have swept that. We swept that high whenever that was on last week. So it was actually last Thursday, and then we had this big explosive donkey dick push to the upside Monday. Or actually, no, it was actually Friday. So we ended Friday, probably news related. So yeah, we had a big donkey dick push to the upside. Lovely jubbly. We took out all this internal liquidity, and we started trending back to the downside again. And once we started trending back to the downside again, yeah, we was actually below the equilibrium area. So getting in this trade was a bit of a... should have been looking for buys, really. And I was overall looking at buys. But the market on the lower time frame was very bearish, so I just followed that trend. There was some liquidity. There was a liquidity area here, but I was expecting these lows here to actually be taken. So let me just use that. So these lows here, I was expecting these lows to actually be swept out as well before coming down and then pushing to the upside. But that actually never happened. So we actually kind of got lucky in the sense of this one. So my take profit was actually set to this liquidity area just to play it safe, which luckily, like I said, it worked out perfectly. Dropping down to the 5 minute, we was just following trend. Asia lows got taken. We normally expect Asia highs to be taken as well, but this high didn't want to get taken, and then we pushed down. We broke structure again. So for me, London was going to continue to the downside for the day. Zooming in, let's look. We had a nice order block sitting here. We had an inverse fair value gap as well sitting there, and then once price broke to the downside, breaking this low here, I've set my order limit. 2 confluences sitting there, so 2 areas of strength to hold as resistance or support or whatever you want to call it. 2 significant areas there sitting there very nicely. Order got tagged in, and we swiftly rolled over and pushed the downside, tagging in our take profit. We actually got a 2.5 R, but we made 5k on this trade, and we slapped through that liquidity, and then we did actually reverse back to the upside. And I actually know people that got in on this low here, and probably off the 1 minute got a nice fucking entry. So let's have a look. Yeah, probably got a nice entry from here, from a breaker structure here. But breaker structure ended around here and off it went. Perfect trade, perfect day, and we made a beautiful, beautiful profit for the day. So I'm actually 5.5k up for the week. And let's see what we can get today. Let's see what we can get today. But that is the traders recap on Great British Pound US dollar for yesterday. It was just a simple low time frame trend continuation trade with a few nice strong confluences there. Yeah, just keeping I don't know, my fucking mind's gone blank. But yeah, just using liquidity targets as targets. So liquidity here, nice TP area. Don't be greedy. Don't go, oh well, price is going to come down here, because it might not come down here. And it fucking didn't come down here. So we got to be careful where we target. So first liquidity areas are always good, and I always go for normally a 2R anyway. So 2.35 is perfect for me because it gives me that little extra. Beautiful. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you at the next one.